welcome back to Aftermath, episode 30. Where we left off last, Vom's going to do a recap.
Am I? Okay, wow, this sprung up on me. Oh, we left off last. We, had a chat with Alyssa / Notchix, and she was like, oh, wow, maybe you should have tried getting my other, water beast kill. I have it in my notes. He was an ocean boy, and he died, and she was not very happy about that. Basically, we have to find a bunch of people to fulfill the role of goddesses so we can not have the last god destroy everything. Maybe. We don't know what he does, but we can pretend. So we decided to, instead of doing that, go to Avriel and deal with Akane's backstory and the letter she got in session 1.
Well, that was a really accurate rendition in a really stupid voice, and I appreciate your sarcasm.
That's my announcing voice, I don't know. I have one of those, apparently.
Yeah, you do. I'm proud of you, because I don't. So, yes, where you left off, you had immediately... it was immediately after you guys had booped into Avriel, if I remember correctly. You found yourself in somewhat of a town square. A few people took notice of you as you teleported in during midday into the town square, but most people continued about their business without too much thought. What do you guys do? You see, I should point out, a familiar symbol on the floor. Built into the tile pattern of sort of these marble-like tiles, there is a granite, I would say, sort of a reddish pattern of
it's like
five
square
large
top, square middle,
squares.
square bottom, square left, square right.
Yes, 5 large squares, separated by a small gap between them, with much smaller squares touching each of the corners in between. The Royal Seal of Avriel. The same one that was on the wax seal for the envelope that you first had. And I don't actually have that Royal Seal, but I do have the envelope, so I will bring that up.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it right now.
Has Felix even been told what's going on with this situation?
Probably not.
Out of character, I know what's going on. In character, I've just been told we were going to Avriel, and I guess my character's just like, maybe they know somebody in the city that would fit this whole goddess thing.
I
much.
don't...
I think it has been mentioned.
I think it's been mentioned, but I don't think you...
Like a wedding thing or whatever going on here. Akane or something.
Yeah.
Just making sure before I act on knowledge that I know of, because I've watched some of your guys' videos.
Yes.
Which, if you haven't watched them yet, why are you at this point? I mean, you can keep watching, but you must be the type of person that likes to open the book up to the end to finish it before you even read it.
Don't scare away our single viewer.
Don't scare me away. Future me is going to be terrified by that, Mac, when I watch these back and use his notes.
Oh, well then, here, Yargon, put some snarky yellow text in right about now to get on me for doing this.
You are the worst! Snarky yellow text. Go ahead and feel free to complain how much you hate editing. I agree. There we go.
Love you, yellow text.
Wow, snarky yellow text, you can't say that about Tomchi. He's nice, he doesn't do anything.
What did I do? Why are you so mean, Snooky Yellow Text?
I can feel the stock yellow test going
but...
away at Pandal right now.
Let's not
We
make
like to have
Yargon
fun, yeah.
so angry that he has to edit us out of existence.
I would never do that.
Maybe it's not a good idea to piss a DM off. I've heard that somewhere. Never listen to that advice.
It's pretty bad advice, to be honest.
Okay, I am actually going to start noting down in a little notepad exactly where I need to put snarky yellow text and all these things, so that I have a notepad, so I don't have to watch 4 hours of footage to fucking find it, and then realise I'm looking at the wrong episode, because that's only happened 3 times so far.
I'm sorry, but also I'm really not.
Yeah,
Oh
me
my
neither.
God.
That was entirely on my own head, and also the fact that I was super lazy and never uploaded these. Da-da-da-da. So, snarky yellow text being abusive out of the way, what about are you guys going to do?
Stalls around, right? There's a market thing, I believe you described last session.
There's one sort of off to one side of this kind of town square area. It looks like mostly the town square is left open. It's pretty big, and along kind of the outside, there's a sort of row of market stalls that kind of curves round. this actually hemispherical town square.
Okay.
So,
Can we
remind
see
me.
this guy?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I thought this place was tiered. That's why I'm asking.
It is, but the tiers are built into a sort of cliffside going up, not vertically upwards, but going up. And
Alright, so can
sideways.
we see the other tiers then, yeah?
Yeah, if you look up, you can see one tier above you. You can't see down because you're not at the edge, but you can see just
Yeah,
sort of cresting over some of the buildings. You can see this high wall that looks a ways back.
I'm just gonna look up and I'm just gonna say, what? That looks weird. Oh, okay.
Speaking of here, forgive me, I don't remember why exactly we are here?
Well, a while back I got this weird letter that, apparently from sort of princess, that apparently my sister was getting married with a prince, but it wasn't my sister's name. Don't think it's my sister who wrote this, but it was addressed to me and like royal seal and everything, and I don't know.
For the record, I have made it so that all of you can see the letter. I've put it in the handouts.
Yeah, I noticed.
Which letter is it?
Both of them, actually.
Ah,
Because you have an intelligence high enough, I believe, to be able to remember them. At least Akane does.
yeah.
Okay, that's...
General Ihnen. That was
Ihnen,
it. Not
yes.
Aman.
There we go. I have...
The one that is addressed to Akane is the right one. Yeah.
Yeah. The one
Yeah.
that's-
Yeah. Okay.
I've made a small version of the royal seal. There you go.
It looks pretty cool.
It's a thing I whipped up in Affinity Designer in 14 point seconds. Time before we started this game.
Yeah, what date is it today, and why is it not the 5th of the 24th of February?
Because that's not a real date, and it's taken you guys 8 months to figure that out.
Again, haven't had the letter for it.
Rick has.
It literally took me 8 months to find it out, yeah. Terrible.
It's fine.
On the 5th of 24th.
Don't question it.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Avriel's.
Town guys.
Okay, if that was an
Town hall
on
escape.
rather than an off, that would make perfect sense. Because the 5th, you could assume, is the tier, but because it's an off, yeah, it's fucking nonsensical.
There are only 4 tiers.
Oh well, either way,
I'm
maybe.
fucking baffled.
Yep. Nope.
I should bring the letter up so that if anyone, by which I mean future me, is watching. By which I mean future me. There you go. Here's the letter. Probably going to be clipping a bit, but roughly it. Why don't you go ahead and read it out, Rick? Do you want to do that? Is that a thing you want to do? You can do that if you want.
What?
No? Okay. Never mind then.
What are you saying?
Don't
My
question me.
attention-
So, what are you guys doing?
Hmm.
Well, there's stores around, isn't there?
There's a few, yeah.
Yeah.
Was A.
You
What's
see-
on them?
Sort of general sort of stores all across the place. You're not entirely sure what is what sort of market this is, but it does appear to have just sort of everything, a bit of everything. You know, you see blacksmith selling, you know, more like a jewelsmith selling some jewels, and you see jewellery is the word. You see like some people selling like fresh baked bread, and like some farmers that have come to sell them their wares. And
Pomegranates?
make a perception check.
Sure, why not? Let's see. Perception.
14. You don't notice any pomegranates.
Out of character, I'm disappointed.
That's
In
fine.
character, I wouldn't know.
That's fine.
Wait. Okay. I'm just gonna say. Well, now what?
Pandal, where? I'm not really good with this stuff. Where do we go for information? Like,
I've also never been here before, but ask literally anybody. They'll probably know something about things.
Tavern's always a good place.
Barkeeps, they know things.
Are you guys
I
gonna
guess we
figure out
could go
ask a
there.
barkeep? Are you guys gonna figure out ask a barkeep?
Yeah, we're gonna. Are there like signposts around? Is that like a little map that's like, here are the taverns?
You
Here
don't
are
see
you.
anything like that.
You are here right now. So.
Yeah.
Would I know a tavern close by?
Roll a percentile. Because I don't think we established whether you've actually been here before, huh? Did we?
We've been traveling like from city to city.
Yes. 68. Yeah, you've been here briefly. At a quick glance around, judging by the architecture, this is probably the fire district. That's the merchants district. You didn't spend too much time here. You spent most of your time in the sea district, because that's the kind of place that you fit in a bit better. As a deranged old man. So
Okay.
you wouldn't really know any here. You'd know some, but they would be quite a ways away.
I know the sea district is full of them.
Which one's that? Can we see?
I
it?
can I
What's
can I ask a random passerby where the nearest inn is? Tavern.
Yes. What are you going for? There's a number of people around you. What sort of person are you going to pull up?
A person that looks knowledgeable.
Okay. You see a man. You see a trio walking down one of the roads, carrying a book under each arm. Each under one of their arms. They have these sort of big, thick purple robes on with yellow and sort of gold trimming around the edges. Yeah, you step up to them. What do you say?
Hello. Excuse me. Do you perhaps know where we can find the nearest tavern?
Hello there, young lady. Taverns, you say? I know a few in the area. What is this knowledge to you? How much are you willing to share for it?
A silver.
Oh, that's an interesting prospect. Very well. What kind of tavern are you looking for?
A bit of a fancy one, I guess.
A fancy tavern?
Would we heal this, by the way?
Yes.
I'm going to walk up next to Akane and look Sauriv.
Okay. You notice one of the sort of cloaked figures. You can't really see
And I'm
their.
just gonna.
Can't really see
I'm
their
just
faces.
gonna grin.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna say, come on, we only want a tavern. You ain't gonna deny a lizard some drink, are you?
Oh, of course not. I thought it was a gold piece, silver piece, you said?
She said a copper piece, but we would like to know.
I don't think she did, young
Pretty sure
child.
she did.
Young child.
Sorry.
He holds out a hand towards you, Akane.
Yeah, sure. I toss him a silver.
Cool. He snatches it out of the air with surprising dexterity for what appears to be quite an old man. He goes, "Wonderful!" And sort of flicks it up into the air, catches it again, and then points off
No reason to show off.
towards one of the what's the word? Streets. That's kind of just a little bit out of sight.
If you head down that way, you'll find quite the interesting establishment. It's called the Wary Tankard, but fear not.
He said,
Is there anything else I can help you find city folk with?
Well, maybe, I've heard some rumors about a wedding or something. Royal wedding. I don't know.
Ah, you've heard. Yes, I do. Rumours. I take it you're not from around town?
Yeah, I'm not from around there.
Yes. Princess Avriel. Yes, she's going to be married soon, from what I've heard. although I don't think a date's actually been officially settled down. I believe General Anan has been in extreme. What's the word?
And he sort of turns to one of the guys, one of the younger and slightly frightened looking sort of robed figures behind him. That,
Again, I'm just gonna grin.
yeah, it's
Through
definitely
my
staring you down
teeth.
with an air of
Yeah.
right on the verge of flight or fight. And yes,
Ebron, what is the word I'm looking for?
negotiations.
Yes, that's the one. Negotiations.
He turns back to you.
Yeah, there are still negotiating things with the king.
Negotiations for
Okay.
a marriage? What?
Oh, yeah, it's a whole political thing, you see.
I thought marriage was just sort of
Okay.
like a marriage thing.
Oh, well, it is for the common folk like you, but for the more politically inclined, it's more of a political power move, you see. I'm sure that there are people with less important time, though, that might fill you in on the details. I do apologize.
So you
just
mean
spoke
you?
to us for a silver piece. You're not worth anything.
No, my integrity's not worth anything. There's a slight difference.
I
But
can respect that.
I'm sure you can. You seem
I'm
awfully...
not sure if I like you or not.
That's very well. I don't know you, so... Good day, sir.
He sort of walks off.
I'll give you another silver piece if you fist fight him.
He sort of pauses for a moment, turns back towards you and goes,
Crack my knuckles.
I'm old.
I'm up for that.
He goes, I'm old, young man, not stupid.
turns around.
When it points to
keeps
the
walking.
masked guy, the robed guy who looked like apprehensive.
You see him sort of shake his head and sort of jog off after the old man.
No one's any fun around here.
Oh, it's a long time since I've done that. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. That was quite enjoyable.
To be fair, the last thing I'd ever want to do is get into a fist fight with Sauriv.
Oh yeah, but you could buy his integrity for a silver piece. Imagine what a gold's worth.
Anyway, let's find a bar.
Yeah,
I
let's
wonder
go
if
to
I
this-
could buy his fanciest safe off him for gold.
If you could buy this one.
Safe? You know, the lock thingy.
Oh,
The little lockbox. I'm curious what he would have.
what lockbox? What?
Whatever lockbox you would have. We don't know.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't know.
What you would have.
Yeah, okay.
Felix is thinking about locks again.
We're assuming sort of
Sorry,
17th
yeah.
level monk would destroy Sauriv, but you know, we're making a lot of assumptions.
I would never do that to you. Just don't answer.
So that's the guy who made the bartender a white dragon.
Literally
dragon
everybody
man.
on that
Hey,
plane is a
Fucking
dragon.
one.
Yeah,
so
you
one of them.
won. That's the thing.
Yeah, let's go to this. We're going to go to this wary tankard place.
Yes.
Okay.
We're not going to be very wary.
You begin to head off down the side street away. It's quite a wide-sized street, although it does sort of slowly narrow down as you see a number of sort of houses that you pass, before eventually it gets to the point where you're almost having to walk in single file down this sort of back alley, and you're not quite sure if this was entirely the right direction. But eventually you do come to a sign that it is pinned up on both sides of the sort of alley that you're walking down, because it does take up all of that room. And underneath it there is a door, and it says the Weary Tankard. As you step inside, it's a pretty lively place. There's maybe 2 floors to it. You can see, as it's one of those ones where it's got a sort of a floor and a half, if you know what I mean. And the bar's obviously on the sort of the ground floor. And there's a number of tables around with people who appear to be day drinking. Quite a few for the time of day, actually. It is sort of about midday at this point. There's quite a few people, but they do appear to be serving meals as well, so maybe that's got something to do with it.
Okie dokie.
Keep.
I just heard keep.
Do we see an obvious barkeep?
Yes. Sorry, there's a tiefling man behind the bar who is sort of pouring drinks for people and appears to be a little bit busy, but he's doing his thing.
What kind of tiefling? Red or blue?
Blue, obviously. He's a tiefling.
Why not a purple one?
Because he's a tiefling, they're all blue. Everyone knows this. Everyone that is me.
I want the purple one.
Well, that's, you don't buy them as pets?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
What, you're writing
I
down?
guess we're gonna walk up to the barkeep then.
sure.
Sure, you head up to the barkeep who's so clearly taking an order and that's 2, 3 lucky ales. Yes, what can I do for you there? As you sort of as you
Hello,
walk
mate.
up. Hey up. What?
I'll take an ale.
He sort of gestures over to this rack, and behind him you see these 3 barrels. One has a familiar Lucky Brew logo on it, and there is. Let me pull up my notes because I've forgotten what the fuck it's called. Brew. Ale brand, that was it. One of them has the ale brand logo on it, which is the place from Ormskirk that you met. And there's one you don't recognise. Which one do you want?
Is that the right stuff?
Which one? What?
Lucky Brew.
Yes, Lucky Brew. Imported specially, difficult to get a hold of. Some fancy merchant with his robes comes through every now and then, and it sells like the clappers. Everyone loves it. It's great stuff.
That's the stuff that's strong as whiskey, ain't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
have one of those.
I'll take some of that then.
All right then. It'll be 3 gold pieces each. He pulls out 2 huge tankers of
I
it.
have 3 gold pieces, or is it just? I think I do. I don't. I'm gonna give him a platinum.
Okay. He
Paint being too rich.
he seems unfazed by this
Okay.
and pulls out 7 gold and slides them across with your thing.
Thank you.
And I assume you.
Just give him 3 gold like a normal.
Okay, and you give him 3 gold and he slides it across.
What is it? I only had 1 gold. Okay, not my fault.
You look like the adventuring type then. Got platinum on you, not? Few people carry that around here.
Well, I suppose. Just had a job. Won't too bad to pay.
Oh, good for you. What?
Needs more room in the loincloth. It's a smart move on his part.
Yeah,
I'll have
that-
some of that, and I'm going to gesture over to the third one that's like new.
Okay. Sure, and he'll sort of head over, pulls down the thing. It's a silver piece there for you.
Flick him the silver.
Cool. Yeah, he catches it. That's the grassland ale. It's a little interesting, but we keep it
Ale
on.
with mixing ale and grass. I like the way you think.
It's a bit of a strange thing. Comes from up in Vernus. It's a bit of a newer establishment. Not many people have heard of it, but again, imported, so a bit difficult to get hold of.
Yeah, I'll taste some of that.
Yeah. You taste it. It's pretty good stuff. It has a sort of earthy flavour to it, which is a little bit, strange. You're not entirely used to it, but it's quite good.
Yeah, I'm digging it. How much does it taste like weed? Just
Not
out
at
of
all.
curiosity. Okay. Good.
The important questions.
Listen, Pandal asks the real question. Right.
Okay. Sure. So. What do you guys do?
I'm sort of waiting for Akane to ask her thing because she has things to ask.
Sorry. So, do you know anything about the wedding here? I've heard some stuff.
Wedding, yes. Soon, I can't wait. It's going to be quite the excursion. Going to be selling a lot then. It's how do I say it? Exciting. I think that's the word. Does anyone speak Infernal?
No.
Speak Draconic. That's it.
Yeah,
Infernal.
same.
No.
Nope.
Okay. Then yeah, it's I don't remember the words in common, but it's going to be exciting. I can't wait. There's, yes, it's, Princess Cinderella, something like that. Inarel. Princess Inarel, that's the word. I'm confusing things. And, Fulmer, I believe. Been a while since I've talked to him. You in town for the wedding, or...?
Well, I've received a invitation with a weird date and something. I'm not sure what that's about.
You've received an invitation? Well, you must be quite the adventurous type, then. Well, and he kind of gestures over to Sauriv. You walked in with a big lizard man like this. And, no offense, big man, but you're not the type that usually gets invited to royal weddings. If,
Nope.
I do make
Don't
assumptions.
even know what. I didn't even know there was something political. I don't know what they said. Some old man, he was a dick.
Yes!
Kinda liked him though, don't know why.
That's a very strange response to a very strange situation that you definitely didn't describe to me in the slightest. Political, you say?
What?
This guy vaguely reminds me of a certain handsome rook.
Why?
No.
Why?
It's been like 3
This
sessions.
guy
You haven't met him in 3
reminds me
sessions.
of fucking
No.
how's he called? I forgot his
Caspian.
name every time. Caspian.
Doesn't
yes.
even sound like Caspian.
He doesn't sound like Caspian.
He vaguely falls into that accent. I think.
No, not really.
No.
He really doesn't, though. You just think all bartenders are the same person.
No.
Akane is actually amazed that he's forgotten about the door incident.
Are you biased?
That is.
Oh my god, that would be fucking amazing.
So, yes, I don't know of anything particularly political. I suppose there's some interesting things, but politics is a little beyond me. Besides, my type aren't exactly the most welcome in the upper echelons of this society, he says with a sort of mocking flair.
You from around here, or because usually,
Yeah, Avriel, born and bred, but worked my way up from the Sea District, and well, there's a few folk up Cloud District what look down on you for that. Don't exactly know why, they were born into it. The rest of us fucking worked our asses off to get here, but what can you do?
I mean, my experience, birthright makes you a dickhead, but that's just,
Now you're speaking my language. From a land down under. I'm sorry.
That's funny because I really quite am.
I come
But
from a
the
land
Sea
down
District, I've
under.
heard a lot about it, and we're not local, as you can probably tell by the Lizard Man and the Platinum. So, what's that all about?
Yeah, it's the bit that borders on the sort of lower down on the inlet there. It's it's not really the best looked after. I don't actually know why it's called the Sea District. There's a very small river that was built a long time ago. Most of it's farm.
I guess.
It's the docks of the city.
That's actually no. I think about it. That's a pretty good way of looking at it. Yeah, they've got some taverns, inns. You get cheap rooms there, but it's a bit of a seedy place. You find a lot of illicit inns, if you know what I'm talking about. Quite a bit of crime happens there as well. It's really not the place to be, which is why I'm here.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's the lowest tier down. You'll have to pass through the Earth District to get there, but you say you're from out of town, yes?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, you know about the districts, of course, yeah?
Oh, I mean, I'm vaguely versed.
Good. I would hate
There's
to have to
the one
explain
above
that.
this, there's this one, there's the Earth District and the Sea District.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what I've gathered so far.
There's quite a lot of the old, the richer farms down in the Earth District, where they've still got some of those ancient machines running, farming wheat for not doing anything and thinking they worked their whole lives. It's nonsense, really, but what can you say? And then there's this place where, it's the Fire District. We sell things to each other and hate each other a lot. That's why it's called the Fire District, of course, because discussions get pretty heated. And
Oh, okay.
and then there's the Cloud District, where the rich pompous people are. It's called that because they've always got their head in the clouds. At least that's what I like to say.
Not the Cloud Top District.
Cloud top? No, it's not on top of the clouds. It's in the
Okay.
clouds, you see. If they were on top of the clouds, they'd be able to see out. But they've got their head in the clouds. Can't see what's going on around them. That's what that
That
means.
makes a lot of logical sense, actually. That's
Ah, you
Tracks.
see, you got to think these things through.
Yeah.
Whoever came up with that stupid saying has to think these things through, but it might be me. I don't remember at this point. I've been here 30 years.
being witty is such a burden. I understand your pain.
Oh, fuck. God damn it.
It's quite
was that?
difficult.
My laptop.
Or something?
That was Rick.
Rick's ascending to heaven.
Well, then we're all doomed.
The rapture, it's Carmen, and Rick is the one it's chosen.
I've never seen religion be wrong before. Well, is there anything else I can particularly get you guys? I do have other folk to tend to, if you know.
Do we want to
Yeah, sure.
like book a room already, or?
Fucking rooms? I'm afraid not here. We don't got any. We're a tavern. We serve meal
Well,
and
no,
drink,
then.
but closed at
And do you
midnight.
also want a drink?
Drinks? What's your taste? Peanuts, if you
Oh.
want to drink more. We've got peanuts, salted, of course.
Well, absolutely take some of those. How much are they?
They're just 3 copper pieces. He
Splendid.
pulls a small
Peanuts.
bag from sort of the wall. Puts it down in front of you. Put a small sort of paper bag.
Got any meat?
Meat? Yeah, we serve meals. You want it? What? Probably uncooked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big old steak if you've got one.
Don't want to presume things, but you are a bit like that, you lot. Sure, I can do that.
Yeah, I don't blame you. You're
Uh,
right anyway. I'm not gonna.
Silver piece for a steak. If in you
That'll
if
do.
in you please, buddy.
Yep, I'll give myself a piece.
Cool. He takes a silver piece and he sort of. Anyone else?
Have a silver piece? I do.
Anyone else want anything particularly?
I don't suppose you know of a way to have a look at those machines in the art district.
Look at the machines. Oh, I'd say you'd have to go talk to the farmers, pal. Here, I meant food-wise. I'll be right back. And he heads off into the back, and he'll come back a few moments later with just a big steak on a plate. It's
That'll
like
do me just nicely.
it's
Thank you very
slightly
much.
warm. It's not cooking. It's warm, like just about.
Okay.
It's around body temperature. Strangely.
But they have in fact just grabbed a cow and chopped a bit off while
Yeah,
it was
just
still alive.
Yes, that's definitely what happened.
Sad minotaur on the back there.
A sad minotaur with a ring of regeneration.
Oh god.
Here you go, buddy. That's your steak. Tung tung tung. As you
Thank
sort
you
of
very
puts
much, Rom.
it down. So, right, is there anything else I can get you, fellas? And lovely lady.
I don't.
Felix
think
the
so.
one ale. Just
Do you know
What a
where we
cheap
could get a room?
the
Later?
same one Pandal's got here. The short one.
He sort of looks between the two of you. What? Room? 1 second. Something about an ale?
Felix will want an ale, likely.
Who's
Just
that?
same as Pandal has.
Who's that?
He's the cat.
Right. I believe
Fine,
the word is
Oh, just
Filatar.
we'll take another one of what I just had.
Yeah.
Very well. Those are,
I am.
they're a silver piece each.
Yeah,
And
silver. Pan and silver.
He'll produce one of those. Is Felix AFK?
Felix,
Yeah,
well,
yes,
yeah,
he
he
is.
is.
Yeah, I'm
5%.
back.
Oh, hey, we
Oh,
can
okay.
do an ale.
Hey, FK.
I get a nail.
Hey, back. I'm here.
Yeah.
Grassy, like a slightly earthy tasting, but apparently quite nice ale.
Yes. A
Right.
grasslands.
That's a very specific ale type.
That's what I got described to me. And
That's pretty much how it tastes. Yeah, it's from Grasslands. It's from up in Vernus. They're a new establishment. Been there about 2 years. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Who runs it?
Oh, I couldn't tell you off
No?
the top of my head. It's
Alright, no bother.
yeah. I've never actually been up there myself, but they send carts down this way with trade. Well, carts, boats. You know how it is. Rooms, lady. You asked about rooms. You can probably find some in if you head sort of out that way, and he sort of points you out, and then you go out to the market square, you know what that is? It's kind of just along. Pretty much other side, you go along, I think it's second on the right, and then third on the left from there. If you follow down there, you'll find the soft sheet. It's a pretty good place.
The soft sheet?
Yeah.
Okay.
They do rooms. It's one of them, what do you call them? It's like an hotel? Something like that.
Ah.
They don't really serve food, but good stuff. You'll find cheap rooms there. I assume you lot are more into sort of cheap rooms than expensive stuff.
Well, expensive.
Yeah, I
would
don't
be
care
okay.
much either way, so.
I'd be up for some luxury.
If you're looking for luxury, they've got a few decent beds. I mean, they're not bad, but if you want more luxury, I suppose you could head on sort of farther up. There's some inns up right on the edge of the Cloud District, but you'll have a hard time getting in there. I don't think all of your entire party would be allowed into the inn. You know how it is.
I have no idea what you're talking about. We're all very charming.
Charming isn't really. It's very first appearances thing. They're very stuck up, and lizard folk not usually accepted.
Well, alright then.
Very rude.
I don't think they accept children there either. And I'm aware that you're not, but that's what you're going to be called. So my apologies.
Yeah, got that a lot back home as well. That was a whole thing.
Yeah, that. Were you a child at home?
I was a child, but then I also
Okay.
wasn't a child. But
Oh,
people
it's
still
just-
thought I was.
Where are you from, if I might ask?
That's
Oh,
sort of,
lovely place.
yeah,
Yeah,
down under.
I've always wanted to go during the springtime. I've heard that's quite good, quite nice.
Oh yes, that was lovely.
Is it true what they say?
I mean, they say a lot of things.
With the four pillars that like change the landscape and stuff. Is that true?
Oh yeah, they're fantastic.
Yeah. Okay.
Right to
Sure.
behold.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I've always intended to go see it, but you know, never really got the time. Been out adventuring or running this damn place. You know how it is.
Is this your like retirement plan or? Cause
Yeah, pretty much. Been here like 30 years now. As I said, used to live in the Sea District. You know, moved on up. Went out, did some adventuring, sort of party of my own. Had a few friends. Obviously lost, you know, all of them in a single fight, and decided that it was probably worth taking my loot from that and retiring. So I did. Now I'm here, running this place. Meet some interesting folk, though. That's what I always loved about it. You know, that life.
points in the direction of
good
any
on you
party inn. Am I gonna look around as I say that? Can I make like a perception to see like interesting looking people?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a
Thinking
perception.
preferably having conversations elsewhere. That's a 14. It's not very
You
good.
do notice in the very corner there's one old guy, an old sort of grey robes, the beard that reaches the table, long white
Chatting
beard.
21.
Nope, he's just on his own, drinking very slowly from this one mug. You see his hand sort of shakes. He's his typical plot hook deal.
Yeah.
We found the quest giver.
I'm looking for people who are specifically having conversations, though.
Yeah, you see quite a lot of people giving conversations. There appears to be just a lot of people around that don't look particularly interesting. That just look like merchants or just city folk of some degree, or maybe you even see like one or two sort of more posh folk. You see a number of guards on one table, and you can't really see up to the top, but you can hear conversation going on.
Can I see the guards? And
Yes.
can I see the participants of the conversation? Because I would like to listen in via magic.
Okay.
He has the thingy.
He
How's the
does.
thingy?
Yes, you can see the guards.
Sorry, I want to do this so badly.
You
It's gonna be like a gist if it's not like anything interesting.
It's a pair of sort of guards that look like a bit fancier, and a pair of guards that look like that the gear isn't quite as fresh. It's the same gear, but it's just not as new and not as shiny, and it looks like maybe some Cloud District guards, but judging by the little cloud insignia, and some Earth District guards, judging by the little Earth District insignia. You assume that's what that is. It's a bit hard to tell.
Fair.
And they're sort of just generally chatting, talking about, you know, personal lives. It looks like they're friends, and they sort of know each other and met up at lunchtime, whatever. it appears to be inconsequential, mostly. Just talking about, like, there's a few jokes thrown around at this one guy's girlfriend. You know, it's general sort of just banter between friends.
Poor girlfriend.
Yeah, I will. Unless I was basically being like, "Hey, does my magic give me plot hooks?" So okay, cool. Want to test that out. I catch their names, by the way. I'm not gonna like make you tell me their names now, but if I want to go over, would you just like tell me some names?
One of them, one of the Cloud District ones, you get the name Zylar, Zihlar, and one of the Earth District names, you get the name Rizok, Rizok. That's what you get.
So, guys, where should we go? You think? Up top or
first.
more? It's like midday.
More ales I can absolutely get behind, but I will be with you in just a minute. And he sort of wanders off to go serve another two people that have walked in, who appear to be just merchants of some degree. And they sort of start friendly chatting and serve some ales, and basically the exact same deal of the sort of small talk, you know?
Okay.
He's trying to make with you guys. So.
So,
I don't really mind.
correct me if I'm wrong, but you all are trying to figure out about this wedding?
Yeah.
Akane's got an invite, so we thought we'd either crash it or like see what's happening, or
Is it really crashing if you have an invite?
She's the only one that has an invite.
Plus... okay, fair. I was gonna say some... I mean, she could probably get me in as like a +1, I would imagine.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, probably. I don't know when the wedding is though. Apparently neither do the people here. And I
Yeah.
want to know what's up with like me being called a sister. Last time I
I
checked,
didn't even
she
know you
wasn't
had
my
a
sister.
sister.
Yeah, little fellow. Lost track of her a while back.
would it be called a sister because it's your sister calling you that? Might be a
Yeah, but she's not my sister though. I'm pretty sure.
name.
Unless she
Just have-
changed name.
Like, yeah, I mean, you can still have family if you don't talk to them and fucking hate them. I still.
I mean, last time I checked, my family
Yep.
wasn't royal.
You never know.
Maybe she's like not quite royal or something. I don't know.
But she's marrying into royalty.
Or
Yeah,
that.
but she's a
Yeah,
princess
that-
now.
Oh. I don't know.
Who's adopted? There's a lot of options here.
I know.
Either way, if it's not your sister, then again, another good reason to, you know, find out why they're calling you sister, unless they're like some odd missionary.
It was the. Well, I'm going to assume it was the 5th of on the 5th of the 24th February, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Gibberish.
what's the date at the moment? That's like
It
another
is-
couple months away, isn't it?
Yes, it would be July now. I'd say it's, let's go with the 10th July, because I don't know precisely, so it's, but it was June previously, so it's about that sort of time, around sort of 10th July. Let's go with that. You guys have been doing Interplane of Travel. Interplane of Travel fucks with time now. That's the thing.
Joy.
Don't
Yay.
remind me.
Oh god.
Neurotypical.
He gets PTSD.
Anytime we...
Let's anyway.
Yeah.
Poor Feywild.
Nothing
Yes,
went wrong at all.
Okay, so what are we doing now, League?
We go poke around that Sheet's place. We can go try and get into the Cloud District, then get blown off. We can pretend we know those guards over there, and I'm going to point like a thumb back to the four guards I saw talking.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were into being blown off, Pandal.
God
I don't know
damn,
what
Rick.
words mean. Both so nice.
Sorry.
Akane, are you being naughty again?
Okay.
Alright, well, I guess. Do we
Listen,
want
all
to drink for
options,
a while
mate.
longer, or?
And we can always
I'm up
grab
for
some
that.
drinks to go. If you want.
Well, if you guys are gonna do your thing, I head to your district.
Is there anything interesting there? I can always do interesting.
There's the machines there.
What do they do? Apart from farm.
Machine things.
Like what?
You know?
Are they the ones that
Well-
dip in water? I've seen those.
Don't really know. I haven't been here for very long.
Well, the
Oh.
guy said that I likely would just get kicked out anyway, so I'm going to go with Coghammer here.
Yeah, but if we put like a hat on you, you'd be fine. But I do want to see what these machines were about then.
What?
Yeah, like a big hat. Like, oh, he's a wizard from this place. He's come to save your princess. And you know, you're smart. You'll pull it off.
He's a wizard that had the spell go terribly wrong and he's now scarred for life.
That's a very
And it looks
specific.
like this.
Yeah, mate. That's a good one. He used to be noble, and now he's estranged because of his scarring of his wizardry.
Not sure how I feel about this.
Oh,
What's
wait,
going on?
an intelligence of 8.
What the?
9?
8? How dare you?
Yeah,
Can I-
disgraceful.
Oh,
Same
no.
thing in Sauriv's mind, but that's fine. Go machine. Maybe they have like a hat machine that'll make Sauriv look like something else, so we can get in. We can just make him invisible. That also works, but
Oh yeah.
I mean,
So,
do I
what's
wanna
the plan,
split up?
guys?
I mean,
I'm gonna go with Coghammer.
Yeah, I'm also going to, because...
Coghammer, Pandal,
I'll do one.
Sauriv. You two are going to the Earth District to go have a look at these machines. Felix and Akane, where are you guys going? You going with the rest of the group, or are you going to go have a look at the Cloud District, see if you can get in? And
Cloud, I guess?
you want to go see the Cloud District?
Yeah.
Alright then, let's try and see what we can figure out.
We'll meet you guys at the Sheets place the guy mentioned, I guess. By sundown? I don't know. When do you want to meet up?
Sure.
That sounds appropriate.
Sure.
okay.
Why not?
Just check our tab is all paid. You haven't pissed off this bartender as well?
Yeah, no. He seems to be still tending to those of the people who walked in, but yeah, everything's paid.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
then I'll-
Can I subtly cast minor illusion a hole in this door?
You can certainly try.
It's gonna be
As
stationary
Akane-
when we move it.
As Akane does that, I'm just gonna shout out to him, thanks for the info, and I'm just gonna put a silver on the counter.
Hey, no problem, my friend.
I subtly cast it though, so no one could see it.
Sure thing. Have a
We
good
know
day.
exactly who it is, though.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
He sort of like waves at you guys as you clearly sort of walking out, and he just holds his hand out towards it, and it just across the countertop to his hand, and he pockets it. And without sort of breaking conversation with the people he's talking to. One of which appears to be maybe about sort of 15, 16. Watches this silver coin move on its own with like the face of pure astonishment.
I see that I'm gonna presto some confetti behind me as I walk out. It's like, Pandal went up.
Sure. Okay, so you all walk out into the street.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Sure. The door has a hole in it as you approach, and as you open it, the hole stays still. The door opens. And you're like, well, and then you walk
I'm
out.
just gonna ignore it.
Yeah.
You ignore it. It appears like no one else is paying much attention to it.
If the hole's like low down in the door, as I like go to hold the door open, I'm gonna hold my hand through the hole, just like in the most passive aggressive way. Show Akane I don't care.
Okay. So, you walk out into the
So-
street, and you'll...
I will put the hole too high up for Pandal to reach.
Sure. So, you head on out, back towards the town square, the sort of town half square area. Let's go with... let's go with the three of you first. Coghammer, Sauriv, and Pandal. You head down towards the sort of the flat side of that, the sort of hemispherical, that is the word, of the hemispherical town square, where there's a number of steps that sort of zigzag down, and you see them come to sort of a wall. And there's obviously gates through the wall, and then you see sort of another some roads that pass sort of onwards, and you see a number of buildings along on these roads as you follow down and go down. You pass through these guarded gates where you can clearly see there's two guards that have a sort of insignia of a flame on them on one side, and two guards that have an insignia of a tree on the other side. And as you sort of enter into it, it's a completely different atmosphere from the sort of the luxurious, well-built-up area that you were in before. It goes straight into an almost strange combination of farmland and city. Whilst the houses are pretty built up, they do appear to have like vines and things growing over them, and there are a number of sort of farms, which you can see these huge lumbering metallic beasts essentially walking across in their odd patterns. They do appear to be just metallic beasts of some kind. You see a sort of this path sort of winds through. You can see a number of sort of fields that don't appear to be growing crops like wheat or anything like that. It's a lot of like vineyards and sugarcane and rice fields and just more exotic stuff that you wouldn't normally be able to grow in a place like this. You see a few people walking about in the streets, but not many people down here.
As I see the big robots and big kind of robotic animals, I'm just gonna like keep a hand on my sword, kind of looking around. I don't like this place. This is weird.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try and find a random person to talk to.
Sure. You encounter a young woman who sort of walking down the road who appears to be carrying some kind of bundle of...
Hey, you there, young boy.
Essentially.
Excuse me.
Yes, how can I help you?
We're from out of town, and I was wondering, is there a way to have like a closer look at those big machines?
The beasts? Oh, well, I'd say probably that you might want to speak to one of the farmers specifically. I don't want to dash your hopes, old man, but they are quite protective of their secrets.
Do you happen to know some farmers or where they are?
Oh, well, knock on one of the doors is the best I can give you. Or maybe there's a sort of farmhouse inn down at the end. You can always try there. I'm sure there'll be a few drunken ones around. Maybe if you catch them while they're drunk, they'll be more likely.
That seems like an idea. Thank you.
Have a good day. She wanders off.
If there's an inn, maybe just go to the barkeep instead and ask him around if there's like any friendly farmers who might be interested.
Barkeeps, the sages of normal people. Sounds like a good idea.
Let's go to yet another tavern.
Let's go into a different tavern.
Okay, so you head sort of long, and eventually you come to what is It appears to be a boat upside down on top of walls that have been built around it. It's kind of strange looking building, and as you go in, it's got this sort of smell of barley and grain on the inside. You see a few people drinking away. You don't see a bar, and you don't see a barkeep. But there appears to be people drinking some kind of ale from tankards at tables.
I think we might have just stumbled into someone's home while they're having a party.
I'll just look at the closest one or whatever. Excuse me, is this an inn? Tavern? Is this an inn or a tavern?
I don't know what you mean. This is an inn. This was a tavern.
Is there a barkeeper around? Person that gives drinks.
We want to get fucked up!
And he sort of gestures over towards you, sort of gestures you to come over.
Where can we get drinks?
It's very loud. And he pulls out a it's this sort of older looking typical farmer type guys, like checkered sort of shirt on, rough looking trousers, straw hat, and he takes his hat off and pulls something out from a small pocket on the inside. He holds it out to go. This sort of face that is clearly far too many drugs and alcohol to properly function.
Drugs and alcohol. Oh god.
I like this
One
place.
of those bars.
It's a small sort of pouch of something that appeared to, sort of, as he holds it, kind of jangles a little bit, like it's maybe, it kind of sounds like a pouch of ball bearings.
What do we do with these?
And he opens them, pulls them into his hand, picks one up, and then takes it, like in his other hand, sort of pours the rest back into it. So he's got one of these sort of tiny, small metal ball bearings, maybe about, to put it into D&D terms, it would be about a 32th of an inch across, I think.
32th.
32nd of an inch. Oh, I think that's how that works. I don't really know inches very well.
I don't know what it is.
It's a small metal ball bearing.
Yeah, it's a very small metal ball bearing, essentially. He takes it, he goes, and just sort of sticks it on his tongue. And you see his eyes.
This is my kind of place.
You see his eyes begin to glow slightly red. He goes, He just gets this stupid grin and just sort of leans back in his
Just
chair.
gonna look over at Pandal.
Felix's words whisper in your ears. Don't do drugs.
You said I had to be sober till the mission was done, motherfucker. I'm not intended to feel.
I know, and that's
You
why that's why we're doomed.
I know, right? I'm gonna pop a blueberry.
Well, he put them back
no.
in the little bag, which is just on the table now.
Oh, I think he was. Or, like gesture, like, can I? Do I?
He sort of just waves you off.
Right. Okay.
Holds up 3 fingers.
I give him 3 copper pieces.
Holds up 3 fingers again.
Take the copper pieces back. I give him 3 silver pieces.
Slams his fist on it. Each time gesturing with 1 finger.
This guy's very confusing. I don't like this. But I pull out 3 gold pieces?
He sort of shrugs and holds his hand out.
Gold pieces in hand.
You put the gold
This
pieces
is-
in his hand, he drops them, and then picks them up off the floor. He sort of fumbles as he puts them away.
Oh wait, as he's fumbling, I just use a mage hand to go reach to his bag and like grab 3 fucking ball bearings.
Roll a ball bearings?
All the things, yeah.
Oh, sure. But it's still on the table. He's trying to put his gold pieces in a different
Yeah,
pouch.
exactly. I just want to go get them because I've given him the money and he's being taken time.
Sure,
I'm all
sure.
about that life.
Yeah. You just use a mage hand to reach in and grab them?
Yeah, just.
Okay. You do that, and then he slides the bag across the table towards you.
Ah, thank you. I'm gonna bring the mage hand to me, put the like ball bearings in my hand, and then pop on.
Okay. I need you
Hold
to
my
roll a
hand out to the other
Constitution
two.
save.
Oh, good. More jugs for me to do. That's a 9.
Okay. You hear him going, as he's trying to push this bag, sort of. He picks it up off the table, tries to put it into your hand. Trying to give you the thing that you've just bought. And as that happens, it begins to sort of fade away to not quite there. And you feel your body becoming numb. You feel a sort of pleasant sensation of just not really having to deal with this shit anymore. It's not really that urgent, you know? It's just a wedding. It's not happening today. It'll happen later. It's not, you know, it's not important.
It's a progress.
And everything's just sort
Okay,
of...
so
Well done.
apparently you tested it on Rick before we
Yeah,
session.
Rick was the trouble. It's magic procrastination.
Procrastination drug.
There we
It's
go.
just everything's just really chill, man. There's no need to.
Okay.
There's no need to panic. Also, the rest of you see his eyes beginning to grow. Pandal, roll me a d4.
Oh no. That's a 4.
Pandal, your eyes are beginning to glow red.
I'm gonna just wave my hand in front of his face.
Do I see Sauriv's hand?
Yeah, you see it. It's kind of like sluggish, and everything feels really slow to you.
Including me, is it just everything just like
Your
fucking
own
drag, where
reactions
it's
feel
everything
quite
motion?
slow. Everything seems to be in slow
Yeah.
motion.
Ah, it's... Yeah, it's not... I'm still holding the ball. I'm gonna just take the bag off the guy as well as have the 2.
Okay. You all see him
Where-
just snatch the bag off the guy.
Okay. I've still got the ball bearings, but everything's a bit slow.
As he
This is
says,
a new one.
as he's saying that, it's like double speed.
Chipmunked. Everything's a bit slow. Oh
Yeah.
boy! Hi!
Essentially, everything feels
you're not
half speed
okay,
to
are
you, and to everyone else, you look double speed.
Oh Jesus. Are you sure there's not any barkeeps around here? I mean, we could just do this later. It's all important.
Thunk. As the guy's head just hits the table.
That guy I like. He gets it.
You know, I think I'm kind of understanding where Felix is coming from now.
You're talking weird, and also, you don't own me, alright? I'm good. Felix said no, not until we did the thing, and we're out of there now. We even told Nodshake, so it's like, all good. But I don't think this place has barkeep. Can I, like, look around again to see if there's a barkeep?
Roll a perception.
Oh boy.
Is there like anyone around that seems like they might be able to hold a conversation?
23. You see a few people who don't really look particularly too in their right minds. There's a lot of people that appear to have been taking whatever this guy has been taking, and are somewhat like passed out or like over mellowed, just in a corner somewhere. Pandal, you see a barkeep who's at the end of the bar, which is at the other end of the building.
Hell yeah. An astral bar. I'm so down for this. I'm gonna go talk to the guy. Be right back. I'm
What?
gonna go talk. Go. Barkeep
So
is
you
right
just
over
like
here. I'm gonna
sprint
go.
off.
Yeah.
Yum.
So Pandal just
Oh yeah.
over, and
Oh, I better be right now, baby.
you're not hasted, but essentially you just sort of kind of dash over to that place, and yeah, you see the barkeep. Sort of. You struggle to see the barkeep. He looks like if you look at him, he just appears to be a black outline of a person. If you look sort of past him, you can see the sort of smoky figure with like a red burning eyes.
Sup? Hi. I'm just looking to ask about some farmers.
What can I do for you?
I like your voice. It's kind of slow but kind of fast. I am looking to see some nice farmers will let us look at their machines. Yeah, you know how you're like surrounded by a farm? Yeah.
Do we just hear Pandal?
Yeah,
Nice.
you don't see anything. You just see Pandal just talking to himself, just stood
nothing.
in the corner, like sort of like, hello.
Oh, not
Oi,
again.
Pandal.
What? I'm having a chat.
There's nobody there.
There's this dude. He's all smoky. He's cool.
Pandal, you sort of turn back to like respond to him. Sauriv, do you turn back to look at Sauriv as you respond to him?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool. The moment you turn back around, the guy's like right up in your face, leaning over the bar, looking at you.
Oh, hey, I was just.
I see. Yes,
Are you?
I can help you.
I don't think you should have any more drugs.
I know, I've already taken one. I haven't even OD'd yet, Sauriv, on anything. We're fine. But yeah, bloke. So like,
He's back behind the
machines.
bar.
You know a guy? You say not a guy.
Yes, I know a few people.
I
What
point him out.
do you seek? And what will you pay?
I got some gold.
No. I need something of value.
Gold's got value. That's because how that like a whole currency exchange system works.
Not
Like,
to me.
Are you another one of those like give you a dark dragon heart if give you a tomato sort of deals? Because I already done one of those. I don't really want to be doubling up.
What are you?
This
Are you
dude's being a
speaking to a demon again?
I don't think so, but maybe.
Are you making deals with demons again, Pandal? God damn it!
I am not of that ilk.
For the record, Coghammer, no, you don't see anything.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to cast, I was just trying to have a look at the spell.
Oh, sorry. Okay, sure.
I'm going to walk up to Pandal and I'm going to put my hand over his eyes. Do you still see him?
You
I still
don't.
see him even.
No.
Of course I can't, Sauriv. You're covering my eyes. I'm trying to have a conversation with a lovely man here who's very needy and doesn't want money.
Take my hand away from his eyes.
The moment he takes his hand away from your eyes, he is staring Sauriv like inquisitive. Not with this sort of malice. Being a figure made of shadow and mist, there's no expression.
Curiosity.
But you see this sort of strange, inquisitive curiosity, not malice, as he's trying to figure Sauriv out, right up in his face.
I think
Yeah,
that's
this face.
difficult.
Nice. But like, listen. So you want? What do you like? What do we? You want value, but not like actual value. So you like?
Yes. What
Uh,
will you pay for the knowledge you seek?
again, I've got like I give you 2 gold. How about 2 gold pieces? I'll sing you a song once.
I want
One
something
song.
of value. I do
Again,
not
I've
care
got-
for your gold.
Well, then that's all the stuff I've got of value. Like the mask is mine. This ring is mine. That's not. You don't have on it. Tomato definitely mine.
Then there is no deal.
He sort of retracts back, sort of kind of half floating back into over the bar. You see, as if there were just a legitimate bar there. There are bar
Again, I
stools in
got
front
some of
it.
these drugs. These are pretty whack. What do you want? Some of these? Slow, my boy.
I have those.
Right. Why? Can I ask that? Is that free? Do I have to like feed you cake for that one as well?
They are of value. I have them.
But then if you have everything of value, then why? I'll sing you a song for a minute. I don't know.
No. I require something more.
Could you give me an example? You're being very difficult. I'm just trying to ask about some fucking RoboCats. They're not actually cats. They're like, whatever.
There are tinges of
But-
magic to you.
Pandal,
Show
where
me.
is this guy?
I will
Point
take-
to the guy.
Which gift will you offer?
I don't come bearing many. You're so difficult. Why?
Red or green?
I'm gonna try and put my hand like where he points. Just gonna wave
Mhm.
my hand around.
You kind of wave your hand around. It's sort of like in front of the guy, and he kind of just moves out of the way, Pandal.
I
Just
guess
steps
I'll
to
pull
one
out
side.
one of the red crystals. Yeah, want one of these? What is?
Pandal, what are you doing?
Oh, the guy wants one of these weird.
Will you pay?
Don't give him one of those. We need those. Those
Okay,
are
we
good.
apparently need these. Listen, your bar's shit. I haven't had a good. There's no good drinks. I'm just gonna go.
There are drinks if you want them.
I'm gonna have to pay like, I don't know, some weird crystals. I'm just. You don't want money. I'm fucking out. This is stupid.
The drinks. I require money. Knowledge. I need more.
What?
No, seriously, you want to buy some drinks?
I really don't actually. This is really skeezy business.
This
you
is
like-
the best break of character.
Yeah, he's like, but seriously, I gotta make some money here. You seem awfully insistent on the whole like knowledge thing. Have you considered you'd get more money if you A, didn't require weird drugs to like interact with you, and B, just sold people like some information like a fucking regular barkeep?
Look,
We've
man,
had tiefling like
I
some
gotta make a
pointers.
living here somehow, and it's not my fault. I can't interact with you guys without the fucking drugs.
Okay, listen, I
Yeah,
get
I'm
it,
just
man.
fucking with you, man. Sure.
Yeah,
what do you
time's
want,
rough.
hello?
Listen, I just want a fucking person to see the robots. Like, I don't.
Yeah, sure thing. You look.
You know a guy?
Yeah, a few. You gonna buy some fucking drinks or what?
Yeah, sure. I'll fucking throw a gold on the table.
You throw a gold up.
I'm just gonna go to Pandal and like
snatches-
look in his eyes to see
he
like
snatches-
the fuck.
What are you doing?
He snatches the gold up, yeah, and you guys just see that just shadow, just in case the gold is thump, and it's gone.
Ah! I punch it.
Huh?
You punch where the gold is, but nothing happens.
I'm gonna
What the fuck
put
was
away
that?
my hand that was just about to slap Pandal.
Pandal,
Hey, he's not being a dick now. It's fine.
Pandal, he places down a tankard. He pulls out sort of like a tankard of ale, places it down on the bar, and as he lets go, you don't see it, but everyone else just sees this shadow just into existence and then out of existence, and there's just an ale just floating in front of him.
What the fuck is that?
Got a drink, Sauriv. I had to pay for it to get the information. I'm gonna down that as quickly as possible. Put it back on the bar.
It is
Like,
really fucking good.
nice. That I should have
Wait,
been
is that
talking
how
to
you
drinks.
get drinks?
I think so. Do you want one?
Right.
Yeah. Why not?
So how do we talk to him?
I'm gonna hold out the ball bearings again. I'm gonna pop one of these. I don't know how I feel about that. Also gonna put another gold
I'm
on
just
there.
gonna have like a look at
Pop a
Pandal.
pill.
How is he looking? Is he like just
His eyes are still glowing
Messed
slightly
up.
red. It's quite strange. But other than that, he looks completely fine. You say you put another gold on the bar?
Yeah, I'm putting another gold on the bar for
You
another
guys see
drink.
it just sort of floating there until it just suddenly a shadow around it and it's gone.
I'm popping a pill, by the way.
yeah? So am I.
Okay, the two of you. I need you to both roll Constitution saves.
Okay.
Oh no.
Kind of bad, actually, but...
I'm gonna use
Oh,
luck.
God.
Oh no.
Okay.
Cause fuck that. That's better.
Nice.
That's a lot better.
17. Okay. Both of you roll me a d4.
Why do we always come to the weird places? We could have gone to the Cloud District. Everything would have been fucking
There we
fine.
go.
Coghammer. Your eyes begin to glow green, and Sauriv, yours begin to glow yellow. And that's where we're going to take a break,
Do we notice? Oh, okay.
Got cocked.
because... yes, this is a good time for a break. So, we'll catch you in the next part, or something.
Alright.
Yes, have fun. There are drugs modding.